Alright everybody, I am back, and I haven't done the oil reset yet. I'm going to do that when I'm done with the transmission part, all at the end. So, all done with the oil change here. Everything's buttoned back up, filter's tight, camp's back on, and now I'm going to transfer to the DSG service part. So, one thing you should make sure to do is to make sure the car is reasonably nice and level and flat. So I've done it as best as I can with this, with the ramps and my jack stands being as high as they can possibly go right now. It's under an inch difference. I still am not quite high enough on the rear end, but it's under an inch. It's like 5/8. So that's as good as I'm going to get. It's pretty good. I mean, the correct level won't be off by that much, I don't think, at least, so we'll see. But, so first I got my clear bucket under there because I want to see what the color of the transmission fluid is. We're going to look at that, and we're going to start by just taking out the main drain plug first. So I got my nice set of hex metric here. I got my 14. Let me grab a ratchet. Alrighty, got that, and then we're gonna pop this main drain bolt off and see what happens. Give it a go. Alright, so now we're under here. Here's our transmission and motor mount right here. Here's the plastic oil pan, the drain plug I just put in and filled with oil, so it's got brand new oil in it. And then this right here, here's your drain plug for your DSG. So we are going to make sure I'm loosening, get that 14 in there and give it a crack. Alright, and there shouldn't be much that flows out with this now. There shouldn't be much. This is just kind of the overflow part of it. Okay, there it is, and looks pretty clear. But this is the overfill part, so this should be pretty clear and nice. The dirty stuff will be underneath, or will be on the inside tube that you pull out next. Actually, quite a bit of this. Wow. In all the other ones I saw, in all the other videos I watched, there wasn't quite this much, so maybe my transmission had a lot in there. So we're up to almost about a quart. Well, that's kind of surprising. We're up to just about, oh geez. We're up to just about a quart, which is pretty nuts. Looks pretty clear, not bad. But the dirtier stuff will be under this. So a quart of this, we'll see how much I get out of here. I'm gonna let this run down a little bit. This is, actually isn't that warm still, so but I got a new crush washer. Put on. We're just going to continue to let that drain for a sec, because I want to see how much comes out of that extra overflow portion. So that's quite a bit so far. I can't remember, I'm going to have to look this up, whether it's, 5 quarts or 6 as they go in liters. I think it's, I think it's 6 liters, so I'm not sure how much. I'll have to look that up, how much, because this comes in Redline's American formula, so it comes in quarts. So I'll have to check how much I'm going to have to refill that with. And so we're going to come back under here. Alright. Still, wow, so we're a little over a quart even. That's nuts. And again, this, I don't know if this, because the way the tube works that goes up there, this should be stuff that either splashed over or just was overfilled from the factory. I assume that this has never been serviced because it's only got, 39,000 miles on it now. So now we're down to a drip. And I'm just going to set this back in real quick here, just so I can dump this out. So we're looking at just over a quart, probably 1.25 quarts of this overfilled stuff, so we're going to go ahead and dump this in my bucket. Okay. Now we're going to get to the fun stuff. Now this Now the next one, this should be about, I think it's an 8mm, to get the plastic tube out. Man, still, holy cow. To get that plastic tube out of here. That should be, I think, about an 8mm. I think it's an 8mm to get that tube out of there. And that is just finger tightened because it's just a little plastic tube. So that should just be finger tight. Hopefully my hex socket goes up there. Goes up there high enough because it has to get up a little bit. Okay. This is where things get to start to be a little messy here. Yep, it is an 8. Oh, mine's a little tighter than I thought. Okay, well, guess it's not finger tight then. Let's grab a wrench with a little extension maybe. There we go. How good my trusty husky set here. Yeah, I don't like this stuff getting all over my hands. Alright. Okay, got my 8. Apparently not, you know, a little bit tight. I also have slippery hands here, so. Yippity-doo-dah. Let's, this is gonna get messy. Alright, so let's get this up here. There we go. Oh, yeah, it wasn't much harder than that. Alright, and then this will be the dirty stuff then. This will be dirty. This is gonna get fun, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and out it comes. Actually, not too bad. It doesn't have too bad of a smell to it, and it's reasonably clear, actually. Huh, not bad. Oops. Not too shabby. Now I better get my drain pan just in case this gets a little too full for me. Oh no, it's slowing down now. Okay, now we're probably good. Alright, and there's my tube. So it looks like we're up to almost 3.5 quarts, so 3.5 plus the one I took out, we're looking at 4.5 quarts. So this is probably 5 quarts I'm going to put in by the time this is all done. There's our tube. See, once you fill it up to this line, and then you have to warm up the car, and then anything that expands with the fluid temperature, it'll go up and over this tube, and that's what you let out to level off the fluid. So, alright, there is our drainy tube. It wasn't too messy. That's going to keep draining. So while this is draining, I'm going to leave it, and then I can head up to the top of the car. This is where the fun starts. I'll start removing the intake, battery, stuff like that. And once all that's out of the way, then we can get to the filter and stuff. So I get to do some fun stuff up front here. So that's what we will jump to next. Alright, I'm back, everybody. Before I keep going, I've loosened up a few things that I'm going to take the airbox out in a sec. While I have this, I want to show you guys what I'm looking at or working with my airbox thing going on here. Because as you probably saw earlier, I did Dremel out a section like this. Because it kind of goes with this, but the reason I did that is because I Dremeled this out so it can get airflow going up, and I don't know if I mentioned this in an earlier video, but I did actually, if you look down, if you can, you probably can't see in there, normally these are all blocked off completely from the factory, and I'm not sure if the Golf R has them. I think the Golf R actually has a different airbox assembly where over here it goes straight into that box, because normally in this GTI, it goes, because the way it is here is in every other GTI where it goes straight through just into the engine bay. And this one's blocked off, so it's kind of ridiculous and stupid. So I just dremeled out nicely 1, 2, 3 holes, through actually 2.5 really, that go straight through into this, down here, and into the airbox. So I did that a long time ago. And so when you take off this piece, you see the air comes in through these 2 slots to begin with, and you can see it comes through here, and it's funneled and goes straight into the engine bay. Just, I don't know why that is, just for aerodynamics to cool, whatever. And this side is normally completely blocked off, so this isn't doing anything. So the reason I dremeled that out to get airflow into here, it goes straight down and into the airbox. So the only thing I need to do still is I need to get something to kind of block this off now that it has its own airport. Before, it was basically just getting kind of auxiliary air that's, you know, getting pushed around and running into stuff here. You know, as you can see, the air kind of comes up here. I can see where it kind of can catch this and funnel some of it. So it's getting hot air either from the engine bay over here or, you know, from somewhere else. It's kind of weird. So that's why I dremeled this out, to get some air going in this direction. So now I kind of just want to block this off completely. So I got some weather sealing foam tape, and I'm going to try a couple things just to kind of block this off, so when this cover goes on, it's, you know, and this hot air that's open to over here is not finding its way over here. That's what I want to do. And another thing that I did, so I think I have all, so I should be able to take off this lid now. Yep. I'll set that down here. And another thing is I put a K&N filter in here just to kind of get some more sound and stuff. Sounds real nice, but oh, it's getting kind of dirty. So another thing I did, set that down here, is I removed, I think I actually still have it over here, next to some bottle rockets. Yeah, there it is. So when you take a factory airbox off, underneath the pleated air filter is this. And that's supposedly for snow, you know, to stop snow from getting up there and saturating your oil, or your air filter, and soaking the pleats and causing it to go bad and get moldy and bad things happening. So this normally sits down there, and it's pretty turbulent. As you can see, I don't know if you can see this, maybe if I come over here, the only way air is getting in is through here. So that's why it's really weird that they would block this off completely. So you have no air coming from there, all from the hot air section over here down and through, and it's running into this snow catcher. So I don't know if there's been any dyno gains or proving that you might pick up a couple horsepower or something from this. I know you do get a little bit, you are going to get a little bit different flow, and, you know, possibly a little bit more noise with this gone and with the K&N in. So now at least, if I get my block in here to stop any hot air from getting over there, so you're getting the air going up here, getting funneled up, or it's just straight through here, down and up, and straight into the air filter. So it's a little bit cleaner shot now. A little clearer. As you can see, there's still a little spot where they let air through completely. So that's what I'm doing right now with my air filter setup and my air intake setup. So far, you know, it sounds really cool. It just adds a little bit more sound. I'm not sure about performance. I'll have to check out some air intake temperature differences and stuff, and maybe find some people with a completely stock airbox that can maybe put up some air intake temperatures. Then I could, you know, cross-reference mine and see if there's any difference or something like that. So yeah, so I want to put a block on here of some sort, so that, you know, the air going this way stays going that way, and the air going this way can make its way down and up and through the K&N air filter and in. So it's a little bit straighter shot now, removing the snow catcher and having a K&N setup. So that's why I took this off. You normally don't have to take this off at all to do the DSG stuff, but I'm just gonna probably find a way to do that. So, you know, as long as I got it apart, why not? You'll put that back. Let's see. So I'm pretty sure the air filter the box should just pull out now. I think. I'm not sure though. Looks like it unclips from there, kind of. Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's it. It's gonna pull this on. Let's pull this up just to see if that makes a difference here. Why don't I take that other one out too? Just, you know, as long as you're doing it, get stuff out of the way. You know, see. Cause I'm not. To be honest, when I watched some of the DSG stuff, I kind of skipped through the intake stuff because it's something you can figure out as you go. And if you take some extra stuff out, it's just more knowledge. So why not? So we got a clip thing here. All right. Okay. Looks like it kind of separates there. Yep. There. So it kind of separates. That pulls out. Again, I don't know if I need to even pull this out, but why not? Yep. Now it's a little more free. And that's kind of catching down there. There we go. Just kind of a tough grommet to get out. Okay, is there something? Oh, it just says, man, these are tough grommets. Holy cow. Alright, looks like we got another little secondary. Oh, okay, I pulled that out. Don't know where that. Oh, that didn't go anywhere. Okay, that's just like a drain or something like that. Alright, so that's out. So now, so we can see there's a little bit of a cooler coming out of there. That's kind of nice. I didn't know that they had a cooler, even though it's little. It's something. And there's the filter back there, so I think I won't need to take this off. Just pretty much the battery now will need to come out. As you can see, oh, I did actually add a, for some reason my battery went bad after about 35,000 miles. I don't know if it was me sitting in the parking lot at work with the ignition on or what, but anyway, mine started to take a dump, so I got an EverStart Max at Walmart. It was like 120 bucks. This is a little bit of an upgraded one. It's actually bigger than the original one was, but it fits in just fine. Everything works good, so I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. Was it probably a 10? 10? Ah, it looks a little bit bigger than a 10 maybe. Nope, it's a 10. So we're going to disconnect that. Yank that off. Gotta tuck it somewhere down here so it does not hit the battery. And the negative. And the negative. Okay, and that's off. Let's tuck this back here. We can pull the jacket off now. Yep, get the jacket out of there. Toss that down. So now we just need, what is that, maybe a 13, 12, 13, something like that. So let's set this up here. Let's get our, let's go with maybe a 13. Let's try a 13. Yep. Alright, let's grab a separate ratchet that's not covered in transmission fluid. There we go, a little extension for that. Alright, now we're going to pull the battery out. Probably don't want to hit that positive terminal right there. Okay. Loosen that up. Perfect. And a little plate comes out. Excellent. We should be able to pull this bad boy out of here. Perfect. And now for the box. Let's see here. Looks like mine battery cables are zip tied to it? Really? Okay. Oh, looks like we have a Torx and a normal size, so I wonder if my T20, no, it's bigger than a T25. Let's see if my 13 still works. like about a 10. So I'll put the 13 in my pocket, grab a 10. Yep, 10 it is. There it is, and 10 it is. And while I have all this stuff off, I'm not going to put it back because I'm going to feed the funnel through the top side here while I'm refilling. It looks like there's another one over there in the corner. And this is a big battery tray. Holy balls. So it even goes over here. Oh no, there's a random piece of plastic for something down there. Alright, that's good to know. Okay. Oh, okay. I broke something there, but maybe. So it looks like I don't remember seeing people have to take these, unzip tie these, but maybe. Well, maybe I can take it out and just kind of fold it out of the way. So it looks like there is a small little bolt back there, and it is a 10. So why not? Give her. Might as well take them all out here. There's a 10. And hopefully we get this tray out, and then we can get a clean shot at that filter, and we'll be able to take that filter off. Let's see if I can get this out. Ooh, it is a nut, not a bolt. Oh, yep, okay. So there is a slot in the plastic, so you don't need to take this. For other people doing this, you don't need to take this out completely. But I did, so, because you should just be able to slide it after you take it out, slide it out of there like that. Still seems like we're a little caught up on something over here. Seems like we're caught up. Something's still holding it up over here. Something back here. Oh, yep, there it is. Okay, so there's another bolt. Dirt in our... I'm going to set these down there. Okay, it's a little bit tough to get to, actually, because this light sticks into its way here. This might be... Yeah, this might be a job for a 1/4 inch with a wobble, maybe. So let's leave that down there. Let's grab a 1/4 inch. What was that, a 10? Yeah, that was a 10. 1/4 inch 10. 1/4 inch 10 with a little, well, no, I can't use that. I thought I had an extension that I kind of hand-made a wobble because I ground into it super far. Nope, it's not that one. Maybe that'll be enough, though. Oh boy. Oh, the ratchet was shot there for a sec. Oh, got just enough of it on there. Yeah, that's a kind of a bitch to get to. Huh. Interesting. Yep, there we go. Now I'm going to need to cut those zip ties. Cutters. Probably zip tie them back when I'm done. unless I feel lazy. There we go. And I'm going to try not to completely cut into any metal of the wire. There we go. And looks like we're free. So wiggle that wire out of the way here and get this battery tray out of here. Okay, looks like there's still something connected, really. There's a lot of stuff connected to this. I don't want to lose this bolt, so I'm going to kick this out of here. There we go. Okay, and now there should be, looks like, yep, and there's our filter down there. I actually, something's just zip tied to this. Oh, this wire back here, and this little loom is zip tied, and there she goes. Now, I don't know if I want to zip tie that loom back to it or not. I don't know. But yeah, there's our battery tray. You know, pretty neat. That bolt was kind of a pain in the ass to get to. But, alright, got her done. Throw that in there. Yeah, we'll put these away, won't need those. Alright. And there is our filter. Alright, and I forget what size that is, because it's not the same as the oil filter, it's a smaller. So let's take a peek here. I mean, it might be a 21, I want to say. Yeah, 19's not even close. So a 19's not going to do it. Let's take a peek here. There, we got a 19. There's an inch. Maybe it's an incher. Nope, just a little smaller. 15, 16. I know it's not it is going to be metric, but there we go. Again, this is probably metric, but I've got a no, this is actually 24, so. Alright, 24 will work. Let's grab our ratchet from down here and crack this one off. We've got a extension. I'm going to grab an extension to make it a little easier. And give it a crack. Actually, didn't have to crack it. It's pretty loose from the factory, so. Okay. Okay, a little bit of drippage. And there is our housing. And that's the O-ring we're going to have to swap. The O-ring. Okay, there's our housing, and our filter should just pull right out of there. That should I would think that would let the rest of the fluid kind of drain down there. Yep, I can hear some more running out of there, so let's get this up out of there. There we go. I mean, looks dirty, kinda. O-ring is on the inside still. Alright. Looks good. Set that in my drain. Alright. So, I'm going to pull out my my funnel now. And again, this one I happened to get off of Amazon for about 28 bucks, I think it was. There's the tube. So here's how this thing's going to work. This thing is going to screw into the bottom of the filter, like so. Oh, poop. I'm not all slippery from everything here. Alright. It does have a little hook on it, so I don't know what you would... something up there you could hook it to. I'm not sure. I'll probably just hold it. And then this, theoretically now, if this works, is the same kind of thread and pitch as the drain, which it looks like it is. Yep, same threads. Even got a little O-ring on there to stop it from leaking. Huh. Same size. Yep. So this will screw into the drain port, and then it'll allow us to refill our transmission. Now there is another way of doing this where you don't have to have this special filter. You can just have a filter with the tube and just hook it up. Just have it go right into the fill hole. And you can do that. That'll work just fine. It'll just take a lot longer. The air has to escape through the top. This way, you're using gravity to go down there and bypass everything else, so that at least it'll be a lot faster this way. Again, I'd like it if there was a little hook on here, but I'll just probably hold it or something. Maybe I can get some wire and wrap it. But it should be pretty fast. We'll go ahead and put the filter and housing back on right now. So let's go ahead and get that other O-ring off. Get that old O-ring out of here. There's a little spot here. Not really. Not like the oil filter, but let's get under here, pop this out. Okay. Here's our old one. Alright, and we'll dip it in some fluid down here. Oh, there's still quite a bit actually fluid still left in there. Okay. Oh, excuse me. Alright. So now we're going to put the new O-ring on the housing. Snug it into that little spot right there. There. Okay. Now let's grab our new filter. Okay. Now. Alright everybody, we are back. So, it's been draining for a little bit, enough to where it was down to a very light drip. And so I dragged my funnel under there and connected it to the drain fill. It did connect just fine. Probably won't be able to see it because of the light, but yeah, right here it is. Just connected up there, so that's ready to be filled. Our filter housing is all drained and looking good. So now we can put our filter back in and put the housing back in. And then we can fill her up. I have my Redline fluid over here. 6 quarts of it. I'm probably going to put in. Oh, now it's raining. So, in the bucket down there, I had about 4.5 quarts, and plus the quart that I drained that I dumped in the pan. Whoa, it's coming down good out here. And so that's about 5.5. So I'm going to put almost 6 in. Almost 6 quarts. I'm probably going to go about 5.8 maybe. So I'll put almost 6 quarts in. So that's what I'll be doing. And so I got my filter here. I'm going to lube up the O-ring in there. Yeah, there's a little bit left. I'm going to lube up this interior O-ring. Okay. Get that nice and lubed up, and then we'll put that on. Okay, that's all lubed up. Now we'll put this filter on. And it clicks down real nice. And we got our new O-ring lubed up on the filter housing. So we'll screw that in. Okay. Grab our ratchet. And give that a few cranks here. Okay, and That's about tight enough right there. Alright, so we got our filter housing back on. So now we can actually start dumping our fluid in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean this off for a sec here. I'm going to fill her up with almost 6 quarts. And then I'll be able to fill it up with 6 quarts. I'm going to pull this hose plug off of the back side. I'm going to put the normal plug back in. And then I'll have to put everything back. I'm gonna put the battery back and everything so I can run the car. And then that's when I'll run the car and I will get it up to temperature. But then that's when I'll check back with you at that point. But so now I'm gonna fill her up. Or actually, I should probably, actually I changed my mind. I'm gonna pull this back out for a sec. And then I forgot, now would probably be a better time to install this drain tube. Because otherwise I'm going to lose even more fluid when I pull it off, getting the drain tube on, and then getting the other plug on. So I'm going to unscrew that. I'm going to put this drain tube back in. I don't know, you guys probably cannot see anything right now because it's kind of dark under here. Oh, one thing that does suck is this hose does move around a lot. So it twists. Oh, there. Oh, yes, good. Okay. I broke the little seal, so now it's just going to spin. So it didn't at first. And I don't think this will drain that, but I'm just going to put this down here just in case. There's a little bit more left. Nope. Oh boy. Okay, so let's put this tube back in now. Okay, let's put the tube back in. There's our little 8mm. And this one gets barely tightened. So we're going to screw away, Merrill. Okay. Get that back up into there. I think I'm just going to put, because it's so slippery, I'm just going to put my wrench on it just a finger tight. Just a little, there we go. Good enough. Alright, now I'm going to, oh, that was sitting in the oil. Oh, son of a. Alright, so now I'm going to somewhat clean this off. Oh, no. That did not just happen. Oh, boy. Well, so much for not getting completely dirty. Son of a. This is probably real good for your skin, too, by the way. It's almost like one of those face masks for women, only... Holy F. That's nice. Just washed my hands, too. So let's screw this back in. Okay. Okay, and then let's plug our tube in. Okay, and we're good. So, now we're good to start filling. And they're going to charge, $600, $700, $800 at a dealership for this, so, if you can do it yourself for, I think all the parts here were about everything, maybe $200 for everything, so. Alright, so now we should be good to fill. So let's take our first quart of Redline and put her in. See how fast this will go in now. Seems to be going around filter's kind of full. It might be partially due to that screen too. But again, lifting it higher will definitely help. Okay, hi there everybody. I am back. I have the car running, obviously. So I put in my 6 quarts, you know, with the funnel, drained it through. It took a little bit still. I found out that once it took a couple bottles before all the air bubbles got out of the line, and once they did, it actually drains pretty fast if you hold it up. So that was nice. So I put my 6. I did put all 6 in. I put all 6 quarts in, and then before I even started it up, once I took out the plug for the funnel, I did let some overflowing fluid drain out before I warmed it up, just because I figured there'd be quite a bit. So I did let maybe a quarter, or maybe even half a quart drain out through the overfill tube, and I plugged it back up. I started up the car, and I put it in reverse for a few seconds and drive for a few seconds. And then back to park. I did that a few times just to get the fluid moving. And then now I'm sitting here waiting for the fluid to heat up before I can pull that bottom drain plug. And as you can see, I've got OBD11 fired up here with my transmission fluid temperature. So right now it's saying 86. I don't know if this is like live updating, so I'm going to actually add a new one where it's towards the bottom of the list here. Transmission fluid temperature. So it's saying 86. It's been there for a little bit though, so I'm going to go back and just for anybody wondering, so if I go back to the home screen here, and there's the home screen. Down the bottom right, that little hamburger menu, you click that and you click transmission. And then you go down to live data, and it's towards the bottom of the list. You find the transmission fluid temperature. You click that, and it'll bring it right up for you. Mine says 86 still, so I did it in 35 degrees Celsius. I did the conversion. It's about 95, so anywhere from 95 to like 105 is where you want to drop the drain bolt, and then let that excess fluid that's, you know, overfilled, and let that out of there. So that's what I'm waiting for, it to reach 95 or above, and then I can go under there and crack that bolt. So I'm going to set that right on the dash, just so I can kind of see. But otherwise, yeah, everything went back together just fine. Like I said, I'm going to leave this top off and put some sort of a block here to get fresh air just to there. So everything went on just fine. Everything's back in. Battery's back in. The filter, you know, just click down, and then I did, at first when it was taking a long time, I did crack the filter and take it off just to see if it would let air escape and it would be faster. It really wasn't. Didn't really do anything. I'm gonna get my new crush washer ready here, so when I pull that plug I can put it back on with a new crush washer. Alright, gonna get that ready down there. Okay. And what am I up to? I'm up to 89, so we're getting closer. It's 33 foot-pounds, it says. So 33 foot-pounds. Let me try to get this. Let's get going here. There's 30, 1, 2, 33 foot-pounds. That's where that is. Where am I at here? We're at 89 still. I don't know if it just hasn't updated or 89. I need a 3/8 to 1/4 inch. No other way. There we go. So I got my torque wrench ready here. torque wrench ready for to torque the bolt down once I get it ready. Okay, got that ready to go. We're up to 89 still. So, and when you put the battery back in, you will get a bunch of error messages. Just to warn you, you'll get a bunch of, but once you start driving, most of those will go away. Most of those error message that pops up because of the battery being removed, most of those will go away, like the traction and the ABS. But sometimes there may be a couple you just want to go through on your OBD11 or your VCDS and just wipe out the rest of them. I'm going to go through the gears here again, now that it's getting warmer. Just because I want that fluid circulating, I want it to all be the right temperature. Okay. Just ran it through the gears a couple more times. I'm just waiting for it to get up to temperature. Put these under here so I can see something. Okay. Let's see where we're at now. Whoops, sorry. Hit the camera. We're at 89 still. 93. So we're almost there. We're almost there, and if I fire up my Google app here, let's go back and let's go. Let's see, 35 Celsius to Fahrenheit. See, 35 is about 95, so anywhere from 35 to 45, so 95 to whatever. Let's click on that link. So anywhere over 95 is when we want to be checking, so anywhere over 90, we are up to 93. So we're getting there. But otherwise, everything was really straightforward. Not hard to do. A couple things you have to remove. No big deal. You know, fill her up with the funnel. I got my engine oil to send into Blackstone. That'll be fun to get that report to see how the AMSOIL does. Otherwise, yeah, pretty straightforward. You know, not hard at all. It's definitely, even if you're a normal guy, you know, I'm doing this out of a tiny garage and you got a pair of ramps and a jack stand. Couple jack stands, you can do this. It's not hard to do. Let's go check, and we are at 93 still. Okay, now it says 96.8, so we're gonna go pull it now. Alright, so let's get under here. Alright, let's get under here now, and let's see. We'll get this off the torque wrench just so we can use this to crack it. So we're at 96, now we're going to pull it and let it drain and see what happens. Okay. Got my new my new ring there to put on, and let's drain it. See how much we get here. It's kind of like murky a little bit. Okay, let's put our new drain plug on. Our new. So now, oh geez, it's kind of splashing a little bit, but it's supposed to, as it goes down to just a slight trickle, is when you're supposed to stick it back in. It's kind of spurting everywhere, all over me, of course. So right when, there we go. You see now it's slightly slowing down. Start to slow down here. Okay, there it kind of went away. There we go. See, it's starting to get down there. There we go. That sounds good. Yep. Yep, that's good. Okay. And now we lock her in. Alrighty. And now we got our torque spec set at 33. Okay. and we torqued her down. And that should be it. Okay. Alright then, well, so we're up to temp. Yep, 96.8 still. Okay, so we let her drain out. Now there's all that's left to do is take her for a spin.